Hi farm friends, welcome to Haven Acres. I'm Stacy. If it's your first time joining us here, I say welcome, and if you are someone who checks in on us frequently, I say welcome back to the farm and to the farm kitchen. Today I'm doing something super easy, and if you've been here before, you know that's kind of my style. I do not like to complicate life. I like to do things that are beneficial for us as a family, as people, as farm owners, as stewards of our property. I like to do things that are easy and make a big difference. So today we are doing something that all of us can do relatively inexpensively and something that will be good for us all. So today I am making mineral water. And if you currently live in the United States, you are probably mineral deficient. Minerals are so beneficial to our bodies and the operation of our bodies that we really don't function properly without minerals. And I would go out on a limb and say, unless you are doing something to substitute minerals in your diet, you are not getting enough minerals. Even if you're like us and you grow the majority of your own vegetables and fruit, you're not getting enough minerals. I am mineral deficient. My husband is mineral deficient. Everyone I know is probably mineral deficient. All of these amazing veggies that we have canned, they are lacking. As hard as I try growing sweet potatoes, white potatoes, beets, cabbage, beans, all of the things that I grow, these vegetables are still lacking in the minerals that we need to fuel our bodies. Even if you try really hard to eat wholesome foods, but you're getting it at the grocery store, whether it be fresh produce or canned produce, any vegetable or fruit that is grown in a big industry or commercial setting, the minerals are just not in here any longer. And I'll tell you why. So over the years of farming and growing food, our soil has become depleted. When a vegetable grows, the roots, a sweet potato is a tuber, which is in essence the root. The roots are underneath the soil and they pull up all of the minerals that are within the soil, and it goes into our food. It goes into that root, and then that's what grows the foliage. And the minerals, in theory, should stay in this vegetable or the fruit, if it's apples or pears or tomatoes, anything like that. The minerals are designed to stay within that food, and then we eat it, and then we absorb the minerals. However, over years of industry farming, commercial farming, even farming in your own yard, the minerals are taken and taken and taken until there's nothing left. And yes, chemical fertilizers have been applied over the years to industry farming practices, and they're just not the same. They're just not the same. There's no way to compare actual minerals from creation to chemical minerals, chemical substances, man-made anything. Does not compare. the minerals are no longer in our food. So the average person that has their mineral levels tested, they're going to be lacking. But all of this simply to say, you can do something for yourself. You can get minerals back into your diet and your body will be better off for it. So, if you're fortunate like us, we live in the state of Maine in the western Maine foothills, and all around us there are natural springs. I can think of 4 natural springs that are within 20 minutes of our house that we can go. The water is just coming up out of the ground from a spring. It's free to the public, it's tested, and you can just take your jugs and go fill them up, and you have amazing spring water that is full of minerals. If that's an option for you, then that's one way to go, and that's a great way to go to get minerals into your body. You can purchase mineral water at the store. However, again, you're relying on a system and you're relying on someone else to make your mineral water. If you can't go to a spring locally and get your own mineral water, buying it from the store is an option. However, I have heard that it's very expensive. But today, I want to share with you something that I learned from a friend of ours. I try to pay attention when this friend talks, and he is a retired medical professional who understands that healing the body is not from medication. Your body does not get healed from medication, I should say. So prescriptions are not the way to heal your body. Prescriptions might relieve your symptoms, might relieve your pain, but he understands that there are ways to heal our bodies and strengthen our bodies before we need them healed and strengthened, if that makes sense. So I listened to what he has to say. And he recently told Jesse about the mineral water that he makes and drinks every day. So of course, me being me, I had to say, what do you do? What's your recipe? So here it is, and it's super simple. Firstly, I'm doubling his recipe because there's 2 of us and I want to make sure just that we have enough for today. So I'm just going to use my doubled recipe. That's what I'm going to tell you. You can cut it in half, you can double it again, whatever makes you happy. You do what works best for you and your family. And like everything that I've always told you here, please research this for yourself. There's far more involved and far more benefit than I could ever tell you on a video. But please, if you're ever making something, foraging for something, purchasing something to add to your body on top of your skin or internally, do your own research and make sure that it is right for you. As far as I know, there isn't anything in this that would negatively affect anyone. However, do your own research, please. Always. All right, so the first thing is 2 liters of filtered tap water or filtered water. I believe you can buy a jug of filtered water from the store if you care to. You would not want to use regular tap water that has chlorine added to it, city water, something like that. That's not what you want. You want clean filtered tap water from your well, if you have a well and clean water, or you can get a filter system in which you could use municipal water and filter it that way, or you could just buy filtered water. So 2 liters of filtered water. To that, we want to add 1/8 of a teaspoon of baking soda, just regular old baking soda. My Maine accent came out, baking soda. Baking soda. 1/8 of a teaspoon to 2 liters of filtered water. Just put it in there. Put your cover on. Give it a shake. So this baking soda, another name for it is sodium bicarbonate, and it is, what is it doing? Neutralizing the water. So this is what you always want to start with. I think it's neutralizing the water. I'll have to double check, and if it's something other than that, I'll put it right here. So start with your baking soda. Baking soda is really inexpensive in the big picture. Baking soda. Secondly, Epsom salt. I got this on Amazon. It was, I believe, $8 for a pound. This bag is a pound of Epsom salt. You want it to be food grade Epsom salt, no scents or anything, no additives in it, just pure Epsom salts. There are so many minerals in Epsom salts. Magnesium sulfate. Our bodies need magnesium so desperately to make these things function. So we want 1/8 of a teaspoon magnesium sulfate or Epsom salt. 1/8 of a teaspoon for our 2 liters. I'm guessing this bag will last maybe not a full year, but I would say at least 6 months if I had to guess. So $7, we'll call it $8, round up. $8, probably $4 for the same amount of baking soda to last 6 months. So what we're at, 12. Then calcium chloride. Our bodies need calcium. That is a mineral that our bodies need for all of these reasons. This calcium chloride also came from Amazon. It's used in winemaking and home brewing is what it's sold for. It is food grade. You don't need much. Again, a pound, and again, I think it was about $8. For this is little tiny granules. I don't know if you can see that, little granules. We want 12 little granules in here. That's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's it. This bag is going to last for a long time. So we were at 12, we'll add 8, so 20. And then potassium bicarbonate. Our bodies also need potassium for these reasons. Again, this potassium was right around $8. So now we're at $28. However, this we're only going to use a 1/16 of a teaspoon for 2 liters. So 1/2 teaspoon. That's it. This will last a long time. So for roughly $28, you will have fresh mineral water at least, I'm going out on a limb and saying at least 6 months, if not longer. So potassium bicarbonate, calcium chloride, Epsom salts or magnesium sulfate, and baking soda or sodium bicarbonate. Put that in your jar. Give it a good shake. You essentially want to drink, each person wants to drink 1 liter per day. So that's all there is to it. Mineral water, good for your body, very inexpensive in the big picture, made at home. Do something good for you and your family and your body. Start making some mineral water. You could also add some freshly squeezed lemon juice if you're fancy.